powerful. His blue eyes, glowing faintly under the garden lights, were cold and unreadable. "I suggest," Zack said, his voice smooth yet deadly, "you lower your hand before you regret it." Krista let out a shaky laugh, trying to mask her discomfort. "And who are you to tell me what to do?" she spat. His expression didn't change. Instead, he tilted his head slightly, his grip still firm. "I am who you aren't worthy of knowing." "So, you have got the guts to cheat on your dog husband, huh? Mum and Daddy are going to hear of this." "She," uttered. The man beside her, her so-called boyfriend, stepped forward, puffing out his chest. "Husband or not, you shouldn't interfere in family matters," he said smugly. Zack turned his gaze to the man, studying him with a look so calm it was terrifying. Then, in one swift motion, he released Krista's wrist and stepped in front of me. "I wasn't going to interfere if you didn't raise your hand on her," Zack said, slipping a protective arm around my waist. "I was protecting what's mine." Krista's nostrils flared in rage. "Oh, so now you're pretending to care about her. What, is she your new pet now?" Zack's lips twitched, not in anger, but in amusement. "What if she is? And if you touch her again?" He leaned slightly closer, his voice dropping to something dark, dangerous. "You won't have a hand left to raise." Krista took a step back, her confidence faltering. For the first time, she looked afraid. Her boyfriend scoffed. "Come on, babe, let's go. This isn't worth our time." But before leaving, Zack's gaze lingered on me, his blue eyes still smoldering from the confrontation. He took a step closer, his voice lower this time. "I will never let anyone hurt you, Amelia," he said firmly, "not even your own blood." I swallowed hard, unsure how to respond. I wasn't used to being protected. I wasn't used to mattering. A cool breeze brushed past us, rustling the flowers in the garden. Zack's expression softened as he reached for my hand, his touch surprisingly gentle. "Come," he said, guiding me toward a wooden bench beneath a tree. "Sit with me for a while." I hesitated at first, but eventually sat beside him. The fragrance of fresh flowers filled the air, calming my nerves. I glanced at him from the corner of my eye. He was staring ahead, his posture relaxed, but I could tell he was watching me, protecting me. For a long moment, neither of us spoke. The silence wasn't uncomfortable, though. It felt safe. Then Zack finally broke the silence. "Do you like it here?" I blinked, caught off guard by the question. "Yes," I admitted quietly. "It's beautiful." He nodded as if pleased with my answer. "Good. I want you to enjoy moments like this." I looked at him fully this time, studying his features. The glow in his blue eyes had dimmed slightly, making them appear more human. The man before me was still a mystery, a beast trapped in human form, and yet for some reason I felt safer beside him than I ever did in my own home. "Zack?" I whispered before I could stop myself. He turned his head slightly, his gaze locking onto mine. "Yes?" I hesitated, my fingers curling into my dress. There was so much I wanted to ask, so much I didn't understand. But instead, I simply said, "Thank you." For the first time, a real smile curved his lips. And for the first time in my life, I smiled back. Few days later, the days had been peaceful. Aside from the day he took me to the garden, I hadn't set eyes on him. Neither had I seen him anywhere around the mansion. Each time I asked the maids about the boss, they all gave me a pitiful look. Their eyes filled with something they refused to put into words, as if they were scared of breaking devastating news to me. Despite Zach's absence, I was treated with utmost respect, almost like a princess. But that night, as I sat by my window, lost in thought, my door creaked open. Lucas, Zach's right-hand man, stood there, his expression unreadable. "Good evening, Mom," he said, his voice calm yet urgent. "I'm sorry, but you need to come with me. There's something you must see." A strange chill ran down my spine, but I nodded and silently followed him.